You know, Dr. Bush, most men don't realize that a hidden factor could be silently sapping their energy, mood, and even their drive. I'm talking about testosterone, more specifically low testosterone. And the scary part? It's sneaky.
Exactly. Men often blame stress, aging, or just life, but low testosterone could be the real culprit, and the signs aren't always obvious.
Right. Let's start from the top. The first and perhaps most noticeable sign, persistent fatigue.
Absolutely. We see it all the time in the clinic. Men complaining that no matter how much they sleep, they feel drained. Their energy tanks by mid-morning. And it's not laziness, it's a hormonal issue.
That leads naturally to the second sign, low libido. The drive just isn't there anymore. Sex feels like a chore rather than something enjoyable.
And this is more than just about intimacy. Testosterone fuels motivation. When it drops, men lose their edge, not just in the bedroom, but in life, work, even hobbies.
Then there's muscle loss and difficulty gaining strength. Men start noticing their muscles shrinking, even if they're still going to the gym. They're lifting, but the gains just aren't happening.
Which can be incredibly frustrating. You work hard, you eat right, and your body doesn't respond the way it used to. That's a clear red flag for low testosterone.
Let's not forget weight gain, especially around the midsection. Fat starts accumulating in areas where it never used to.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part. Men often think it's poor diet or lack of exercise, but testosterone helps regulate fat distribution. Low levels can make stubborn belly fat almost impossible to shed.
Then there's mind fog or cognitive issues. Memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, trouble making decisions. These aren't just signs of aging. Low testosterone plays a big role.
And then we have mood changes, depression, irritability, unexplained anxiety. It all ties back to testosterone.
Exactly. Men often feel like they're on an emotional roller coaster. One day they're fine, the next they're snapping over minor issues. Hormones are the invisible puppeteers here.
Another one is sleep disturbances, trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up exhausted. Low testosterone affects sleep cycles, and poor sleep only makes symptoms worse, a vicious cycle.
Number 8, reduced bone density.
Most men don't even think about this until a fracture occurs. Testosterone helps maintain bone strength. Low levels make bones weaker and more prone to injury.
And don't forget hair loss, not just the top of the head, but body hair too. Testosterone keeps hair growth patterns intact.
Last but not least, reduced stamina and physical endurance. Even simple physical tasks feel exhausting. Men notice they can't push themselves like before.
So when we put it all together, fatigue, low libido, muscle loss, weight gain, brain fog, mood swings, sleep issues, weak bones, hair loss, and low stamina, you start to see the pattern.
And this pattern is often misdiagnosed. Men think it's stress, depression, or aging, but the truth is, low testosterone is often the underlying problem, and it's treatable.
Absolutely. And early detection is key. Blood tests are simple, but many men delay until symptoms become severe.
That's why awareness matters. Understanding these signs can save years of unnecessary frustration and health decline.
And lifestyle matters too. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, stress management, they all influence testosterone levels.
Supplements or therapy can help, but nothing replaces a balanced, intentional lifestyle.
Here's the takeaway. If men notice even a few of these signs, it's worth speaking to a professional. Don't ignore the whispers your body is sending.
Because low testosterone isn't just about energy or libido. It affects your overall health, mental clarity, and long-term quality of life.
Exactly. Awareness is the first step. Action is the next.
And the sooner men act, the better. Testosterone can be managed, optimized, and restored, helping men reclaim their vitality and confidence.
Well said. And remember, it's not shameful to ask for help. Men's health deserves attention, not neglect.
Couldn't agree more. Know the signs, trust the process, take control.
And that's how we turn silent struggles into visible victories.
You know, Dr. Sticks, before we wrap up, I think it's important we share a real case. Something that shows this isn't just theory, it's happening to real people every day.
I agree completely. In fact, a patient came to my clinic not long ago, mid-30s, successful, married, 2 kids. On paper, everything looked perfect. But he said something that stuck with me. He said, "Doctor, I feel like I'm disappearing while still alive."
That's powerful and heartbreaking.
It was. He complained of constant exhaustion, zero motivation, irritability, and no interest in intimacy. He thought he was just burnt out from work. His family even assumed he was depressed.
Let me guess, routine tests were normal?
Exactly. Blood sugar normal, blood pressure okay, nothing alarming. But when we checked his testosterone levels, they were severely low, not slightly, severely.
That's the hidden danger. Many men look fine on the outside while their hormones are collapsing underneath.
He also mentioned he had stopped going to the gym because he couldn't keep up anymore. Said weights felt heavier, recovery took forever, and he started gaining fat around his stomach despite eating less.
Classic presentation. Loss of strength plus increased fat storage, that combination almost screams hormonal imbalance.
The emotional side was even worse. He said he would snap at his children over small things, then feel guilty afterward. He didn't recognize himself anymore.
That loss of emotional stability can be terrifying. Men often don't connect mood changes to hormones.
After diagnosis, we created a comprehensive plan: sleep correction, nutrition changes, resistance training, stress management, and medical support where appropriate.
And what happened?
3 months later, he walked into my office looking like a different human being. More energy, clear eyes, better posture. He said, "I feel like I got my life back."
That's why awareness matters. Low testosterone isn't a life sentence, it's a treatable condition.
He even told me his relationship with his family improved. More patience, more engagement, more presence. Hormones don't just affect the body, they affect how you show up in the world.
Exactly. When a man's vitality returns, everything around him changes. Work performance, confidence, health decisions, even how he carries himself in public.
But here's the key point. He waited nearly 2 years before seeking help. 2 years of suffering that could have been avoided.
That delay is common. Many men are taught to tough it out instead of investigating what's wrong.
And toughness isn't ignoring problems. Real strength is confronting them early.
If you're listening right now and those symptoms sound familiar, fatigue, low drive, brain fog, mood swings, weight gain, don't brush it off.
Your body whispers before it screams. Pay attention to the whispers.
Talk to a qualified professional. Get proper testing. Knowledge removes fear.
And remember, optimizing your health isn't vanity, it's responsibility to yourself and to the people who depend on you.
Well said, my friend.
If this conversation opened your eyes, then it has done its job.
Share it with someone who might be silently struggling.
And if you want more straight, practical health guidance delivered in simple language, make sure you subscribe. Yes, subscribe to Dr. Stix's channel for more expert conversations, real-life cases, and tools to help you reclaim your energy, strength, and confidence.
Because your health is not optional.
It's your foundation.
Take care of it.
And we'll see you in the next one.